What's going on, everybody? We are back, and I have a mic because the iPhone mic was kind of not that great. We are back, and you can see at the beginning of the video that I broke down and my truck died. So I had to get it towed. Last night I was gonna take it for a drive, just like a 20-minute drive uptown to run some errands and come back. My friend Chase was with me in his van. We were driving together. As I was driving, my truck died, just completely died. No power, no nothing. So I was able to roll it into a gas station. I was able to, just looking at it to see what the problem was. I determined that it was getting fuel, no problem. It wasn't getting spark. Don't know why. Initially I thought the rotor broke or ignition coil went out or something went bad, because something like that doesn't just like come happen and just like completely die. We ended up determining that the rotor turned. We determined that the coil was getting power because I wired it directly into 12 volts. So anything in the ignition key was bypassed. So I know that the coil was getting power. Still wasn't working. It was like 8:30, 8:45. So I was like, I'm gonna go get a new ignition coil, because that's something I haven't touched, haven't changed. I went to a parts store, got an ignition coil, came back, put it on. The solder joint on one of the little wires coming out ended up popping off. So I took it back, warranty returned it. They had another one on the shelf, put that in, plugged it all in, made sure all the connections were clean. Still didn't work. So I was like, well, like what else in the ignition system on this truck is there going to be a problem with? I got wired directly at 12 volts. Like, it should work, so I was like, whatever, I'm not going to mess with it. And 20-degree weather with my friend waiting there, so I was like, I'm going to call AAA. They weren't able to do it last night, so I came home and left it there. This morning he actually just dropped it off like 5 minutes ago, so he was able to get it on the back of a flatbed, like barely. The back tire was like a foot from the edge, and the back it has hanging out the end. It was kind of funny. It was in this big truck on the back of a flatbed. Ended up getting it home. I just started tearing into it. The only other thing that I could think of, I thought of it last night, and my dad told me this morning he didn't think of it. Is the ignition control module. This little doodad right here. So what happens with these? They'll go bad, or they'll get hot. They'll whatever. So I think this one got hot and fried because this plastic is so brittle. It cracked off. The other part cracked off too, but I think it'll be fine. So this is like a heat sink, and when they get too hot, the heat sink will melt and everything just doesn't work out very well. So now I made sure I need to clean that off. All right, make sure you use plenty of dielectric grease when you're doing this right here. All right, she is back in. Now I just need to take that wire down and splice it back in where I cut it off, and we'll be ripping and rolling. Then just plug her in right here, and hopefully the battery's charged. That is such a relief. Thank goodness it was just a $20 part. There it is. A little piece of plastic. All right, first drive on camera. Filled up the tank. Doesn't have a needle on the speedometer, but hey, it looks cool. Nice little comfortable crew cab. No rear view mirror. Got the wheel looking nice and straight. Yeah. There we go, boys. All fresh and clean. Still need to give her a good old, one of them good old wipe downs, because there's still some spots that you gotta really wash, but Jordan, everything's out. I could have done it at home, but I kind of wanted to take it for a drive. Oh yeah, a big old girl. Got them nice wipers, man. Do what? Man, what you doing, man?
This is how you turn the seatbelt dinger off of a 2009 Subaru Outback. If anybody was wondering, it's really annoying. Here we go. So, start the car, and maybe I gotta do it. Within 30 seconds, you gotta take it in and out 20 times. Here we go. Turn it off. Works great.